soft flow of morning sunlight pours through the windows, casting a warm hue over the kitchen as you stand by the counter, moving mechanically to prepare your breakfast. Your hands tremble slightly, betraying the unease in your chest. The sizzling sound of the eggs in the pan barely register as your mind drifts to darker thoughts of him, of his dangerous life, of the mafia, and the constant gnawing fear that comes with it. Jungkook footsteps echo down the hallway and your breath catches before you even see him. His presence is suffocating and you feel the weight of his gaze on your back even from behind. You don't have to look up to know he's there. It's like he owns the room, like he owns you. You're up early. Jungkook's voice rumbles low and filled with authority. You don't dare turn around, your hands gripping the edge of the counter as if to steady yourself. You can feel his eyes on your back, studying you, waiting for a response. What's going on? You force yourself to speak, trying to sound calm, but the tremor in your voice betrays you. I had to get breakfast ready for our little ones. You manage, though your words feel weak under his cage. Jungkook stepped forward, his heavy boots thudding on the floor with every step. You still don't turn around, afraid of what he might see in your eyes, afraid he will know how much you are shaking inside. He's standing right behind you now, his breath warm against your neck, his voice dark and commanding. Don't lie to me, darling. His tone provokes no argument, no deflection. What's really going on in that head of yours? You bite your lip, your heart racing as your hands instinctively curl into fists. You want to hide your fears, to push them down and pretend everything is fine, but with Jungkook it is impossible. He says everything, I'm just worried. You admit softly, your words coming out before you can stop them. About you, about your job, what you do, the mafia. Jungkook, it's dangerous. Every time you leave, I never know if you're going to come back. I can't keep living like this, not mine. Jungkook interrupts you, his lips crashing down on yours, silencing your worries with a kiss that is possessive, forceful. He claims you in that moment, a reminder of who you belong to. The kiss is brief but overwhelming, and when he pulls away, his eyes burn with a fierce intensity. You don't get to worry about me, he calls, his voice low, dripping with authority. His hands find your waist, his grip unyielding as he pulls you closer. Do you understand? You don't get to question me, especially not when it comes to my work. You are mine and I will protect you, our children, at all costs. Do you trust me? You swallow hard, the fear in your chest only intensifying as his words pierce you. He speaks with such certainty, such dominance that your knees threaten to give out beneath you. You nod quickly, but your voice cracks when you speak. I trust you, Jungkook, but... No buts, interrupts again, his tone unforgiving. There's no room for doubt. You will trust me and you will not question me ever. You are mine, the mother of my children, and I will not let anything happen to you, not while I am here. His hands tighten around you, pulling even closer, his body pressing against yours as he leans in, his lips brushing against your ears as he whispers, you will trust me, and you will never question me again, understood? You nod, but it's not enough for him. His hand grips your chin, forcing you to look up at him, his eyes narrowing with silent command. Say it. He demands, his voice sharp, almost threatening. Say you trust me. Say you understand. I trust you, Jungkook, he whispered, barely able to breathe under his gaze. I understand. His smirk is dark, blessed with your submission. Good girl. He murmurs, his hand trailing down your back as the possessive cares. Now go take care of our kids. Keep them calm while I handle business. When I return, you will be waiting for me. Do you understand? The sound of giggling and the soft patter of the little feet from the other room reminds you of your twins. Lena and Leo, your 2-year-old wonders, are waiting for you, innocent and unaware of the dangerous world their father inhabits. Jungkook stepped back, but his eyes stay on you, unwavering. Go, dear. Keep them calm, and when I come back, you'll be right here waiting for me, just like you always are. Don't forget, darling, you belong to me. The words send chill down your spine, but there is a fire that burns within you at the same time. You know it is not just a promise, it is a command, a reminder of your place in his world. You turn away, your feet heavy with the weight of his words, but you know there is no escape. You can never escape him. When you reach the living room, Lena's tentacles pull you from your thoughts as she toddles toward you, her tiny hands reaching out for you. Leo follows close behind, his chubby hands stretched wide, his giggles filling the room. You smile weakly, trying to push your worries aside for their sake, but deep down you know the truth. Jungkook is dangerous, and no matter how much you try to hide it, you will always fear for him, but you will never show it, not when he's watching. Because you know one thing for certain, Jungkook, your Mafia king, doesn't break his promises. He never will, and in the end, you will always be his body, mind, and soul. 2 years ago, everything changed. Your parents sold you to a man, someone cold, ruthless, and an enemy. The one who could become your husband. You had no choice, trapped in a marriage you never wanted, but then Jungkook came. He's a mafia king, feared and known for his cruelty. When he finds out about your situation, he doesn't hesitate to take you from the man your parents force you to marry. His eyes are dark, his presence suffocating. You fear him, but there's something undeniable about him. Upon you can't resist. Jungkook is terrifying, commanding, ruthless, but as the days pass, you see the another side of him. He's the father of your children, your protector, the man who loves you in his own twisted way. He cares for you even when you don't think you deserve it. And in the bedroom, he's a monster of force you can't escape, an overwhelming intensity that leaves you breathless and wanting more. He dominates you in every way, making you surrender to him completely. The fear you feel only adds to the power of the connection between you two. Now every day you live in the shadow of his dangerous walls, still terrified what he does, but somehow you love him. He's your husband, the father of your babies, and the grave. Despite the fear and the darkness, you can't imagine your life without him. You are his, and he is yours in every way. Jungkook world is dark, filled with fantasies that make your heart race and your pulse quicken. He doesn't hide he's open about what he craves, and sometimes it terrifies you. He has a power over you that brought and thrilling in a private. He's dark, spill out, raw, and untamed. He doesn't just want to, he wants to control every part of you. He wants to break down every wall you have built and make you entirely to him. His eyes always intense with burn with the promises of what's to come, of what he plans to make you feel. There are nights when you are afraid, when his words make your breath catch in your throat. Your mind completely whispers, his voice low and full of hunger. Go beyond what's normal, exploring the deepest, darkest part of his touch is never gentle. When he's in that mood, he's demanding, pulling you in reach, such force his hands, never leaving you as he is claiming every inch of you. Jungkook are complex, shaped by his darker, more primal nature. They are not the typical dreams of love and tenderness. Is intense, filled with power, control, and domination, always revolving. The soft hum of the night settles you as you cradle one of your 3-year-old twin in your arms. The nursery glows warmly under the dim midnight light, casting a gentle golden hue over the room. Lena sits in your lap, clutching her favorite stuffed bunny, while Leo is nestled beside you on the bed. Wide awake, his tiny fingers playing with your sleeve. All right, little ones, you say softly, brushing Lena's soft curls away from her face. It's time to sleep now. Mama's tired, and I know you are too. Lena pouts dramatically, her bottom lip jutting out as she shakes her head. No sleep, Mama. Bunny no sleep yet. She hugs the bunny tighter as if to prove her point. Leo, on the other hand, giggles mischievously, his eyes sparkling with energy. Mama saying he demands, slapping his hands together. You sigh a small smile tugging at your lips. Leo, baby, Mama already sang 5 songs tonight. What else can I sing? Leo thinks for a moment and grins. Twinkle. Lena backs up immediately, her pout forgotten. Twinkle, twinkle, she goes, bouncing in your lap. Okay, okay, you relent, chuckling softly. Begin to sing. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Your voice soothing and soft, dropping the melody will lull them to sleep. But by the time you finish, they are both clapping and laughing instead of drifting off. You two are little troublemakers. You tease, tickling Lena's tummy gently, earning a squeal of delight from her. Do you know that Mama needs to cook dinner for Papa? Leo legs closer, his smile unscruping. No, see, Papa play, he declares. ears with a bright grin. You shake your head with a mock groan. Leo John, you'll be the end of me. Just as you're about to try a new strategy, the door cracks open and Jungkook steps in, his presence filling the room. He takes in the scene. You're on the bed with Lena still bouncing slightly and Leo tugging at your sleeves. What's going on here? His deep voice carries authority but softens at the sight of the twins. Daddy, they both yell, trembling off the bed and running toward him. Jungkook crouches down, scooping them up effortlessly. Why aren't my little ones sleeping? He asks, raising an eyebrow. It's way past bedtime. They are rebels tonight. You say with a tired laugh, leaning back against the headboard. Why aren't my little ones sleeping? He asks, raising an eyebrow. It's way past bedtime. They are rebels tonight. You say with a tired laugh, leaning back against the headboard. Jungkook turns his gaze to the twins, his expression playful but firm. No more running around. Mama worked hard all day and she needs her rest. Don't you want to be a good for her? Lena blanks up with wide eyes clutching his shirt. But Bunny not say it, Daddy. Jungkook chuckles, pressing her to kiss her forehead. Then let's help Bunny sleep, huh? Daddy will tell you a story, but only if you both lie down and stay still. Leo nods enthusiastically, already snuggling into Jungkook's chest. Story. With Jungkook help, the twins finally settle down. He lays them down gently, tucking the blankets around them while telling a short, magical tale about a brave bunny and a sleepy dragon. His voice is calm yet captivating, holding their attention until their little eyes begin to show. After leaving the twins in Jungkook care, you quietly step into the kitchen. The familiar rhythm of preparing dinner offering a small sense of normalcy. You wipe your hands on a towel and take a deep breath, but the emotions you've been holding in threaten to spill over. A single tear escape your eye, trailing down your cheek before you can stop it. He came home tonight. The thought, so simple yet so significant, fills you with relief and dread at the same time. The weight of uncertainty presses heavily on your chest, and your mind drifts to the nights when he doesn't come home. The memories of waiting, the sleepless hours spent, wondering if this would be the night your worst fears come true. It's all haunts you. You grip the edge of counter, your knuckles white as the reality of his dangerous words sinks in again. He has so many enemies, each one more ruthless than the last. You can't help but wonder if he's made other feels his way. Women left behind to mourn their husbands, their worlds torn apart by him. The thought makes your stomach churn. You shake your head fiercely, forcing yourself out of the spiral. You don't like his profession, in fact, you despise it, but you are even more terrified of the darker side of him, the one he hides behind his love for you, and the twins. The darkness is part of him, and no matter how much you try to ignore it, it lingers. The shadows of your life. Wiping the tears down from your face, you hear the sound of door cracking open. Turning, you see Jungkook walking out of the twins' room, his moments quiet and purposeful. He's headed to your shade room, likely to freshen up after the long day. You quickly busy yourself pretending to focus on the cutting board in front of you. As he passes by, he glances your way, his dark eyes softening for a moment when they meet yours. Dinner almost ready, he asks casually, his deep voice cutting through the silence. You not forcing a small smile. Almost. He lingers for a second longer, his gaze searching your face, as if sensing your unease, but then he moves on, disappearing into the bedroom. You exhale slowly, steeling yourself for the evening ahead. Despite everything, you will hold on the moments his hair, hoping they will outweigh the nights. Chop vegetables in the kitchen, you hear the bedroom drawer care open. Wiping your hands on a towel, you glance up and freeze. Jungkook step out, non-English, casual, comfortable clothes and freeze. But in the dark jeans, a crisp shirt and loosely tied tie, the casual but calculated look screams something important. You squint your eyes watching him as he strides towards a dining table, a knot forms in your stomach. Is he going somewhere? Your mind races with a mix of frustration and fear. If it were up to you, you would never let him step out of the house, not when danger seemed to follow him like a shadow. But you don't say a word, swallowing the lump in your throat. As he sits down at the table, his face unbearable, silently you serve him dinner. Settling the plate in front of him with care, he picks up his fork and starts eating. But you can't help yourself. Your eyes wander over his tattoos, The way his sleeves barely conceal the ink trailing up his arms. He looks so handsome, too handsome, and it only fuels the shiver down your spine. You stammer, your voice betraying you as the heat rises to your cheeks. Nothing. He raises an eyebrow, clearly not convinced. His intense gaze stays locked on you, and you feel your knees weaken. You've been staring at me for the past 5 minutes. What's going on in your mind? You fumble forward, gripping the edge of the chair for support. I was just thinking you look different. You managed to say, your voice barely above a whisper. He tilted his head slightly, a small smirk playing on his lips. Different or distracting? Your face burns and you quickly look away, focusing on the table instead of his piercing eyes. Stop it, you mutter through your voice lacks conviction. He chuckles softly, the sound deep and teasing. I'll stop when you tell me when you are staring at me like that. You shake your head, turning your attention back to the kitchen, panicking to escape the weight of his gaze. But even as you move, you can feel his eyes lingering on you. His presence is consuming as ever. You came back into the dining room carrying a small plate of dessert, setting it down in front of Jungkook. Step back nervously, fidgeting with your fingers as he picks up a spoon and takes a bite. His sharp eyes glance up at you, noticing your hesitation. Finally, you muster up the courage to speak, your voice barely audible. Are you going somewhere? He pauses mid-bite, his lips curling into a subtle smile. You want me to go somewhere? You quickly shake your head, your cheeks warming under his gaze. No, I just saw that you're wearing. Before you even finish, Jungkook stands up abruptly, towering over you. The sudden proximity makes your gulp, and you instinctively take a step back, only for him to close a distant in an intense. He grabs your waist and pulls you flush against him, his dark eyes locked into yours. I got ready for you, he says, his voice low, teasing. Roll your eyes widen with heart skipping a beat. For me, yeah, he murmurs, his lips brushing the shell of your ear. I thought we would try something different tonight, a little foreplay, where I'm the master. What do you think? Are you giving lightly? You swallow, heart the intensity of his words making your Jungkook always leave you both nervous and exhilarated, a dangerous combination that pulls you deeper into his world. Slowly, you nod, unable to find your voice. The moment your head moves, his expression changes, his playful smirk replaced by the something more primal. He grip on your waist tightens as he grabs head back to force you look up and into his eyes. Could he whispered, his voice dripping with authority. Let's go to the bedroom. Without waiting for a response, he leads you, his firm grip on your hair, making it clear tonight you are his, and he plans to remind you exactly what that means. Rest is uploaded on Instagram, Chintan Culture. The account is private, so you have to send me a request for